on, Bubby.
Charisma's not my worst stat, but it's not anywhere near my best.
Don't jump up here. You are too large. You are quite big. Hey, what about this giant cat bed in the background? Why don't you jump on here?
I'm waiting for Lord Cat from the top rope to just absolutely ruin her day.
He's going to. He's going to. Tabby. Hey, come here. Where did you go?
He's a walking watermelon.
Oh my god.
No.
Okay, I guess he only wanted on my lap, not on the bed. He's like, I don't want to be up here. What? Okay, stop. Stop. I don't want you jumping up on the.
That is a cantaloupe with legs.
Like two cantaloupe. Hey, jump up here, but not up here or up here. Please figure it out before I start.
Our DM gracefully dealing with the fallout from WrestlePalooza.
Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about it.
It was a decision.
Yeah, a lot of decisions were apparently made there, and nobody liked it. Not a single iota of praise, I tell you.
Huh.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna grab a tissue. Right, the cat is on the ground. Be right back.
She comes back. The session's being DM'd by the cat.
Yeah. Okay. All right. He's just laying. He's good.
He's scheming.
I finished the campaign in Borderlands 4.
Oh, how was it?
I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I think the humor is way more dry, and very safe as compared to like 2. I remember giving a good chuckle like 3 times, but otherwise, I didn't crash the entire time. And really didn't have any performance issues.
There's definitely a lot more humor in the side quests. There's a lot of the side quests that are way more over the top Borderlands. The main storyline is a lot more direct.
Yes. The main storyline is very, like, hero focused, and then the side quests are very silly. Like, I have discovered the AI toilet, and that's like, okay, that's moderately funny.
There's a side quest in which you encounter a unexploded ordnance that is run by an AI.
Oh, I did.
It's in the middle of a town. Yeah, and you have to go through and slowly convince this ordnance that she really can explode.
Yeah, I'm not a dud. Yeah, that one was pretty good too. Yeah, I'm genuinely enjoying the side quest, but the main quest was very like, okay, you're gonna do this thing.
I am not seeing the world in the game.
Oh no.
For some reason.
You might
I see like
Up
this
until you said
plant
in the game.
and this plant. I see nothing else.
You see plants? Oh no, I'm concerned. Might want to refresh.
Yeah, I did once already, and it hates
It's that devil's sight. It always causes problems.
Yeah.
Flix was always having problems with his sight.
I only see plants. Oh my god, are the plants demons?
Double check your vision here.
Yeah, I don't think it was vision on my token because I even unselected it and I still couldn't see anything.
Rain is between a giant fucking fire elemental, a giant fucking giant, and
Azrael.
a giant fucking terrifying fire lord thing.
This is a
Chuckle,
nice table.
I'm in danger.
This is a great table.
I don't like being the least flammable person at this particular table.
Full log out and back in, because yeah, it is not rendering the world for me at all.
All other tribes and cultures. Our leader is the largest and strongest fighter among us. Maginox. Hey, this is Rain.
Although I do like how the middle table is basically like, this is the cool kids table. Everybody wants to sit with Paya. Or Paya. C-Swap, you are my favorite. Please sit across from me.
I logged out of Foundry and it took me to like its main front page, and what it said was fight goblins, not servers. And I'm like, I'm currently doing the opposite. I am the goblin and I'm fighting the server.
Like, hello?
What is this propaganda?
Fight goblins. Includes you, Kozlo. Get out of here.
Yep. While Kozlo is logging in, get started with a brief recap. Hopefully the world will render for him.
I'm probably compiling shaders.
I've compiled a few shaders in my time this past week.
Did you remember to upgrade your drivers?
I did.
Foundry may not be
I did.
compatible.
Alright, everybody, welcome back. A little bit more Arctis Ascended. We had a week off because of a little bit of a vacation, but we are back today. As you may or may not remember, due to wanton drunkenness, Wangdoodle, you all were tying up loose ends in the plane of Earth. And after doing so, you got a strange invitation for a tea party in the plane of fire, courtesy of Azrael themselves. Azrael's struggling to get the plane's denizens to get along, and they were desperately trying to curry the favor, in particular Ifriti, who would be receptive returning to the City of Brass. But unfortunately, at this tea party, no one seemed to want to sit together. The party was on the verge of becoming a dud. Quickly, the party worked together to figure out a proper seating arrangement, and so important discussions surrounding the City of Brass could commence. Now with everyone satisfied, you all could decide what step to follow next. Free Lucaris and the Red Abishai from the airship's crystal, or head to the deserts of Feronia to stop the Pride of Rakshasa from unearthing the pyramid underneath the Diamond Dunes. Well, let's focus on the task at hand. The tea party. Everyone is... Kozlo, did you end up hopping in okay?
I'm in, I just still can't see anything. So I don't know.
Let me delete your...
Okay, whatever reason that fixed it.
Oh, the Chrome update?
Updating Chrome seems to have fixed it.
Weird.
I was gonna have you start looking at your console log for a second because I felt like I was going crazy.
Yeah, it might have literally just been that updating or restarting Chrome. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
I'd believe it.
All right, I can see.
Yippee! Okay. I'm going to update your dark vision now. Vision. Big. Okay. Alright, good. Perfect. Alright. Alright. One more time. You all are at Azrael's tea party. And finally, after getting everyone situated in the chairs that they want to sit at and not angering anyone in the process, you finally get to sit down with some of the denizens of the Plane of Fire and discuss your next steps. For C-Swab and Kozlo and Grabella, it is good to see Azrael as they struggle to gain relevance among the more powerful denizens of the Plane of Fire. But even something as simple as a tea party, bringing people together, just might do the trick. You have situated fire elementals and fire giants, magma mephits and ifriti, 2 very picky salamanders, and an emissary from the Azar. All sorts of Plane of Fire denizens are here. They are very eager to hear of some of your exploits. The most interesting conversation is the non-conversation going on at the end of the table, where Kozlo and Zaharak are staring at each other in a stare down that has lasted possibly 15 to 30 minutes. Zaharak stares unblinkingly at Kozlo, who stares unblinkingly normally back. Time passes. He continues to stare, and Kozlo stares back. A vein bulges in the Afridi's forehead, and Kozlo stares into the abyss. Finally, after 30 minutes of not talking, the Afridi slams the table with a hand and bursts out into raucous laughter, filling the entire room with his booming, echoing voice. The rest of the denizens of the Plane of Fire turn and look at just what made this stone-faced Ifriti laugh so hard. But finally, after losing a stare down to Kozlo, who may not have even been aware he was in a staring contest in the first place, the Ifriti has called it quits. As he laughs from across the table, he gives Kozlo a great compliment. Ah, little green friend. None have bested me in a staring contest for ages. They are not able to handle the burning fire, the power that's simmering inside of me. Yet you can. Perhaps I have underestimated you in thought.
Yeah, that contest thing that we did, yeah. What do I win?
The Afridi laughs at your good-hearted nature about all of this, but sees it, assumingly as a struggle of wills, one that you have inadvertently won. After seeing that the Afridi is not going to rage all over the chamber, the rest of the attendees let out a sigh of relief and continue munching on the various accoutrements scattered across the table. Even the Azrael finally lets out a long and very loud sigh of relief in seeing that the Afridi has finally put a smile on his face thanks to Kozlo. Let's take a moment to slump in their chair just ever so slightly. The importance of this is just as important to Azrael as it is to the rest of the party, is getting everyone back into the City of Brass is of the utmost importance. And Azrael, even in their own little way, is helping to contribute to that. Rain, you are sitting adjacent to Azrael, and you see all of this happening. While the fire giant is trading raucous jokes with Magma Mephit Blorch. The fire elemental is just listening to the various tales being shared across the table, and Peya is basking in the flames and the softly wafting wind of sea swab that's sitting across from her. The emissary, along with Zaharak and the 2 salamanders, are very busily eating and drinking at the end of the table, taking advantage of the niceties provided by Azrael. And soon enough, the air goes from tense to friendly. Azrael takes a moment to nudge Rain with an elbow. I think it's working.
Rain is just like profusely sweating.
It is a sauna
Just
in here.
like, just dripping. Oh, great. What's working?
Well, you know, Nudge,
Do
nudge,
I?
wink, wink, nudge, wink. We're bringing all of the denizens of the Plane of Fire back together. More importantly, I think we're impressing the Afridi.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
What, did you want to go into the depths of the Plane of Fire when you're all, flammable and such? Azrael checks a non-existent watch. Well, I'm still not flammable for at least a couple more months.
Right.
But anyway...
Rain says, like...
There's an audible, squelching noise as you pull your collar drenched in sweat. I think everybody has gotten to a point where they're a bit more, receptive. Isn't any...
Oh, yeah, I thought you were about to say comfortable, because, yeah, definitely not that bit, but receptive, maybe, sure.
Yeah, it might be a little bit warm in here. It's kind of hard to gauge as Azrael looks over at the fire elemental sitting next to you. Emberseer, could you turn it down a little? Oh, the fire elemental gets just very slightly smaller, and the flames radiating off of him seem to cool off just a little bit.
Like that feeling when somebody just finally angles the, heater away from you on the patio, like the gas heater. You're just like, oh, you know what? I didn't realize that I was getting a sunburn, but yeah, no, now I feel it's gone. Definitely sunburn just down that side.
Well, now that everybody's gathered, maybe Azrael looks around. We could actually start talking about the important stuff. When their mouths are full and they can't respond to the contrary.
Right, the important stuff. Mm-hmm.
Getting the Afridi back into the Plane of Fire? Or, the City of Brass? Sorry, we're in the Plane of Fire. I forgot where I was for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that seems like something you should totally talk to them about.
There's a long and awkward stare, but not like Zaharak and Kozlo's, one filled with confusion. Oh, I should... Me?
Isn't that your job?
I'm here just to bring everybody together, but I could speak of all of the strengths of, having loyal followers and minions, and friends dedicated to... well, helping each other out, like Grabella and Seaswab and Kozlo. But it's not about me, it's about you guys in the City of Brass, improving your strength. Zaharak. The Afridi really live off of, at least from what I've garnered, physical impressiveness, strength, and if you relate at least a short, annotated tale of your exploits, he might be receptive. And I couldn't think of a more perfect time to do so than now. So, you could do it, Wangdoodle could do it, or Grabella could do it, or Kozlo could do it, but maybe Seaswap shouldn't do it. I think he's a little lost in the sauce today.
That's fine. He's done a pretty good job in his heraldry role to date. I think we can give him a night off. Well, if you want physically impressive...
Maybe just a tale of your impressive exploits with the Tao?
Yeah, maybe Kozlo should totally do that since he's all the way at the far end of the table and can actually have that conversation.
An excellent idea. And it looks like Kozlo's already proven himself to be impressive to Zaharak.
That's true. Kozlo is probably one of the most terrifying people to sit across from, too.
Azrael lifts a teacup, pinky up, of course, says, ahem, and stands. Greetings, friends, from across the Plane of Fire. welcome to this gathering of friendship. But we have something important to talk about today, and that's about my best friends, Kozlo, Grabella, Seaswab, Wangdoodle, and Rain. And on behalf of all of them, Kozlo, I am sure that you would love to tell everyone, and especially Zaharak, about all of the great things you've done in the plane of Earth. Help the Tao. Kozlo, why don't you share us a tale? Share it with the table. Impress us with your exploits. Cheers! Azrael hefts the boiling cup of tea. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Little hot, little hot. Ooh. And takes a sip. Everybody takes a sip and turns to Kozlo, looking at him with eager eyes.
I mean, I guess we just did kill a whole bunch of demons like a little bit ago. Kick them out of that finest place.
Demons? Furnace? Why, the last I heard, the Tao had abandoned the furnaces.
Yeah, it turns out that's because it was full of bad shit. We cleared it out of here, though.
Cleared out, but why could you do it? Why couldn't the Tao do it themselves?
I don't know, we're just good at stuff, I guess.
Tell me, how many demons did you put to the sword?
Kozlo starts counting, like, on his fingers. Gives up after, like, 3.
I don't know, there's a lot of them in there.
There was the black Arinyas. Or, sorry, there was the Arinyas. There was the black Abishai. There was that weird, froggy-faced looking dude with all of his little minions. So many chain devils.
Yeah, half the time we'd attack one of them and like 12 more would just come out from around the corner.
The
And there was
weird
that-
gooey guy that thought he was attractive.
Oh yeah, the weird gooey guy. There was the weird corrupted earth elemental lady. What was her name? Sita. Sita Shardhot.
Yeah, Sita
I'm gonna
is
be honest,
dead.
that one's there's a bit of a blur for me. So, what exactly was that?
Oh, so the whole like Hellfire engine thing. That thing was kind of cool.
Grabella, just for funsies, because we're talking about it, it's gonna plop the obsidian scimitar of sharpness on the table just to show people.
Just show it off.
Just showing it off.
A weapon, a trophy from your enemies.
Yeah, I also got this too.
Shows off her little bubble.
Oh, you've even taken their magic and repurposed it for your own use. He rubs his chin as he assesses Grabella. If I may, can I see that blade?
Sure.
It's passed down the table very carefully, mind you, so no one loses a finger, as he hefts it and gives it a swing. He nods at its balance, its weight, its sharpness, as he flicks it with a thumb and almost loses it in the process. See, formidable blade for a formidable opponent. Hands it back down the table.
I might end up using it. My hook's pretty good though.
So, the Tao didn't just abandon the furnaces out of laziness. They left because they allowed demons to take it over. And they what? Beseeched you for help. How did you and the Tao come in contact?
We just kind of showed up.
I don't know that we really got besieged either. We just kind of did it.
Yeah, hunting and killing demons is something of a specialty, I believe, of ours. Mostly anything aligned with Tiamat.
Zaharak frowns at the name Tiamat. A disgusting
Oh, good. That was a
name.
test. Good job.
You passed.
A small little hole of spittle is burned into the carpet. A terrifying creature that should remain locked within the hells. And you consider yourselves enemies of Tiamat.
Well, this is hardly the first time we've liberated something from her demonic minions, so yep. I definitely don't think she would consider us friends.
And what is your relationship to our host? Our newly fledgling Fire Lord Azrael.
Oh, we're good buddies. We go way back.
Way back.
Way back.
Super
Well,
fun.
way back for me. I guess not quite so back for them, but it's complicated. Yeah, we used to run around and we killed some vampire guy once, and God, it was so long ago. Oh, we started a cult. That was fun.
Azrael says, yes, cult means friends. In the material plane language. Cult. Let's see. Not one based out of fear, but out of...
Yeah.
Azrael's just like, tapping their fingertips together like, yeah. Friendship.
The power of friendship.
It's important to have lots of friends in, well, many places. The fire giant and the magma mephit kind of nod in agreement.
Ah, yes.
The magma mephit turns.
We have heard the exploits of this group of heroes. Why, they have saved many a mephit across many a plane. The words of the mephits travels quickly across the plains. They are highly regarded as heroes, saviors of mephits that have been bound in servitude.
Azrael nods.
Except for that one guy. I don't remember which one that was. We didn't like him very much.
Ah,
Lost it. Lost it got lost. That's all we need to talk about. Lost it just got lost.
Yeah.
that is
Or lost it.
in his nature, of course.
Or went out for our fallen Mephit homie.
But they have not been slaying mephits, they have been freeing mephits from the bounds of a tyranny. Ooh.
He looks over at Zaharak.
I mean, the minds of those that would exploit them. And their tiny selves.
Zaharak thinks a little bit. Yes. It is important for the strong to protect the weak, even if the weak don't want it.
That's an interpretation.
Mephit's like, sure.
We'll take that one. That's close enough to good.
The fire elemental that is sitting next to Rain gestures to Peya. And your friend, Peya, has told us all about what you have done within the city of Vacaris under the reign of Novus. Peya nods. They have saved many a student who has been training long in order to utilize the abilities that come naturally from the plane of fire. Use them with reverence and understanding on the material plane. Of course, they didn't stay at the school long, but they did liberate the school from the incursion of nearby Magmarans. Kozlo, do you want to say anything about your time in Vacaris?
We got real drunk with his one lady a couple times. thought she was my girlfriend, and she wasn't, but she tried to kill us all, so we killed her.
Interesting. They're saying you have both a strong stomach and the ability to, well, do what needs to be done, even if they are close to you. Zaharak thinks and interprets this in a very strange way.
Kozlo thinks real hard on that for a minute, and then he's just like,
Sure, why not? Let's go with that.
But they did help save many students of the Flame from the Magmarans. I don't know what we would have done. Their ways, the Magmarans' ways of, well, trying to turn the students insane was dastardly, to say the least. Azrael nods.
And then Rebella and her girlfriend ate pasta.
Yeah.
Well, that was weird.
So
Very
much
romantic. I
pasta.
don't know what you mean.
I fucking choked myself trying to get that out.
Oh, we killed Vanix. That was the thing we did.
Who is this Vanix?
Oh yeah, and it was this, like, demon dragon guy that was trying to corrupt the soul of Arctis. So we killed him.
The Mephit pipes up.
Yes, yes, this is true. The Mephits that were inside the mind of Arctis have already relayed this amongst the Mephit sphere. The words they say
yeah.
is true.
I'm sorry, the Mepha what?
The Mephosphere.
Method space.
Into the Mephaverse.
It is wide and far-reaching. You can find Mephits anywhere, underneath your bed, and even in your head. That is what they say.
Did any of them talk about the fact that they're overdue on their HR training?
Are you saying we should cut back a little bit? Should we do layoffs?
No, they just need to report to HR for their mandatory training.
Interesting.
Yes, keeping a strong mind and body are important, and especially following the rules. Zaharak awkwardly sips tea in his tiny teacup.
I mean,
Yes, whatever
it just
impresses
depends
the mighty Zaharak. Yes, more HR training.
He writes it down on his non-existent piece of paper. He just kind of makes a finger on the plate and scribbles in notes in ash. It
wonder
just
how
says
many of
HR
the-
with an up arrow.
It stands
I
for
wonder if any of those
henchman
methods-
resources.
Ah,
Brain clarifies helpfully.
Your strength means that you have henchmen. Impressive, to say the least.
Oh yeah, Grabella's got a whole hoard. I got a bar. We run the docks. Well, we run a lot of. Queen Reign's the queen of Maginox. Now that I think about it, we run a lot of things around Maginox.
Royalty. I would have thought. He looks over. Such power would not come in such delicate packages. But consider my mind changed.
So don't forget the most powerful and destructive airship that exists on our plane.
Zaharak frowns at this. I do not like being in the air. He seems uncomfortable with the concept of the airship.
What, you get Vertigo?
I prefer to keep my feet on the ground, and my hands on my blade.
So I shouldn't reverse the gravity where you're sitting then, is what you're saying.
I'll pass on that display of power. Thank you.
What, you telling me this guy who's not afraid of nothing is afraid of heights?
He stammers a bit. I fear nothing. Except water.
Oh, Azrael, you want to see something cool?
Grabella's gonna back up.
Arctis gave me a present, you want to see?
Azrael claps.
Yes, please.
I would like to change Grabella into a dragon.
Okay. Okay. All right. We are
We're playing the dragon card.
Playing the dragon card. This is a good
Yeah,
card.
we had to. Come on.
Wangdoodle's just going to see what's happening across the table, grab his mug of tea, and just kind of sink down below the table level and just sip it quietly.
It's distracting.
There is
Every time
it,
he
Azrael,
triggers the
look!
Wangdoodle.
you
I
hear
had
We're not
help.
looking.
Zaharak drops his teacup. It shatters on the ground with a loud crash. By the sword, a dragon.
Yeah.
He,
Dragon plus, let's say. She's kind of got a lot going on these days.
I'm just gonna rest her head on the back of the seat.
You've defeated demons, delved into the mind of Arctis. You have liberated a city from encroaching invaders,
At least one, yeah.
made friends with a Lord of Fire, and one of your party is a living, breathing dragon.
Dragon
The living-
plus.
The living and
I-
breathing
the living's
pod, I'm not
question.
sure we're sure on.
Yeah, it's true. I'm a little reborn.
And
Listen,
you have
do you wanna
defied
see
Victory
death,
over the grave itself.
and
Do you want to
say
rematch
you
against a
defy-
staring contest? Hold your breath against Grabella.
They say the most powerful of heroes can defy death itself. He puts
Well,
up a hand and
yeah.
waves it.
That's because of a genie wish.
Also, there was that whole thing that we started the cult based off of.
Right. Anyway.
I must admit, I did sense the residual magic of a wish somewhere in this room. Now that you have said all of this, your powers do not come from the folly of a wish. It truly and obviously comes from your bravery and your ability to work together as a team. He shakes his hand. Say no more. I am thoroughly impressed.
Oh, and
Azrael,
Wangdoodle can juggle.
Still like down below the edge of the table. Yeah, sure can. I can juggle answers and responsibilities. Don't mind me.
and he can juggle? I've seen enough.
Wangdoodle
Consider
will
me
basically
impressed.
Just do a firebolt and just spin it back and forth between his hands, like kind of a hot potato. So you just see it pop up from the side of the table every now and then.
You just see Peya and the Mephit kind of. Good job, Wangdoodle.
Yes, excellent.
Well, color me impressed.
What color is that?
Red.
Yeah.
Makes
But I
sense.
hate that.
Azrael, I scoffed at the idea of your little gathering and laughed mockingly at the concept of a tea party. But now I see that it not just brings people together, but allows all of us to share in stories of bravery. And he nods to the Mephit. Others speak true of your bravery, not just amongst yourselves. The Magmancer, the Fire Elemental, and even from the Salamanders and the Azers, all speak highly of your great bravery. I am impressed. I shall bring word back to the Ifrit that the city of Brass will be safe underneath the watchful eye of you 5 heroes. The Ifrit will do everything they can to return to the city of Brass. You have my word. Azrael smiles a little bit and kind of bounces in the chair. Friends? Yes. Allies. And friends.
Kozlo will like reach a hand across the table, like,
Put it there, pal!
He just reaches over with a massive hand and grasps your, you have resistance to fire, right?
yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Wait!
Yes, I'm wearing fire resistant armor.
Okay. He
Wait, am I
grasps
wearing that
your
right now?
hand.
Hold on.
I hope so. Double check. Resistance
Get the
fire,
fan
yeah.
oven mitt.
Yeah, you've got fire resistance.
Okay. I think I
Would you
actually
like
have it from the staff that I never use.
Yep, it's the,
So I'm
from the
holding
staff
anyway.
of fire.
Do
grab
want
his
a
hand.
preventative frostbite?
It is warm to the touch, and if you were not resistant to fire, might be incredibly uncomfortable. But otherwise, you hold it firm, and another very brief stare down ensues. Ah, you've still got it, Kozlo. He laughs as he releases your tiny hand.
Still got it. I don't know what it is, but if it exists, I probably got it. Like my family always says, I got what you need.
Zaharak smiles, seemingly satisfied with the outcome of the tea party. Now let me share with you a story of my own. One of the greatness of the city of Brass. One that you may not know. There are things that you do know about the city of Brass. That all of the elemental genies, some of the most powerful of all elementals within the plains, have gathered within the city in order to trade not just in material goods, but in stories like this, and to exchange feelings, emotions, strength, everything you could share together as beings, all occurred within the city of Brass, and each of the various elements of genies brought something different to the table. While the Tao were at the bedrock of the foundation of the city of Brass, their use of elemental ores and alloys suffused within every building, protecting it against magical incursion, anything that might destroy it or threaten it with magic. The brass-topped domes would reflect it or encapsulate it, thereby leaving any magical occurrences that may have gone awry safely enclosed either outside of or within the city walls. So, the Tao's function is to essentially ensure that all of the buildings, the basis of the city of Brass, form and function. As for the other genie, you may have heard of the genies of air, genies of water. They, too, fulfill different purposes within the city of Brass. The genies of elemental water, the Merid, brought with them a very important relic. It was an orb that encapsulated emotion within it, and like a tide, they placed it within the city, and the elemental water genies were responsible for revelry and keeping the denizens of the city of Brass entertained. No one threw a party like the Merid, and their revelries would go on into the night, into the day, for weeks on end. It would bolster the spirits of those that visited the city of Brass, and also kept many of the relationships between the other genies in check. But as the various genies of the city of brass began to quarrel and lose influence. The genies of, the Merid took with them their revelry and their orb, and they returned back to the plane of water. Their leaving of the city of brass was possibly the most influential. Revelries stopped, and tensions grew high. I have to admit, even the hot-headed Ifriti could not handle, he says with strained voice, could not handle themselves properly without the Merid present. And soon, our duties of protecting the city walls and being the official guard of the city of brass, we began to... make things a lot worse. Hello? Hold on. I think my
Hello?
headset just died. Sorry, 1 second.
Quick,
suddenly
say
could
anything
not
you
hear
want.
myself.
GM can't hear us.
La la.
And this'll only take a second.
Anarchy reigns.
It's all over.
We've gained the power to say anything we want. We can't think of anything.
Haha, too late. As I was saying, the Afridi as the official city guard, we began to... Our relationships grew strained, and our hot-headedness was a detriment. Without the Marids and their revelry to help keep our emotions in check, we too left the city of brass. Some saw us as too hot-headed, perhaps even tyrannical.
Oh, I get it. Plane of fire, hot-headed.
He nods. The elements, especially those with the genies, must work in harmony. It was hard to admit. We always saw that strength and destruction, much like fire itself, was the pinnacle of power. But fire, even if it is unchecked, can destroy everything in its path, leaving nothing in it.
That's what I like about it.
The Marids, they quenched our furious nature and allowed us to get along with the other genies much easier. While we didn't bring anything physical to the table aside from our skills with fire and our strong bearing, the city of brass would be defenseless without the Afridi there. He turns to everybody who either are listening raptly or falling asleep, or crawling under the table as Wang Doodle might be doing.
What? I dropped my spork. I'll be back in a minute.
You're making a new one down there?
Yeah, I don't. Nothing against the guests. I'm sure this place is very clean and well handled, and temperature's high enough. Probably not a lot of bacteria growing here. But once it hit the floor, you just maybe a fresh one.
Ain't nobody ever told you about the 30-minute rule?
I remember having a lab experiment like that once. If I remember correctly, Morris had some terrible stomach reactions for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's Morris, though.
Poor Morris.
I don't even know the guy. I don't know that's a thing.
Last but not least, the Afridi continues. were the Jinn, the genies of the plane of air. These Jinn, masters of the spoken word, ruled over contracts, those that were both spoken and written. And in the city of brass, where trade was not just merely the exchanging of goods for money, but the exchanging of power. Their presence was immensely important. Their omens and prophecy helped keep the city of brass safe. But they were one of the last to leave, as they saw the city of brass slowly fall into decline. They turned fully to prophecy to guide their decisions, and they returned to the plane of air. The last I have heard of the Jinn, though our relationships are strained, we are still somewhat friendly with genies. Last I had heard from them, they were dealing with a prophecy. Something about a maw of winds, the greatest storm of the plains. The maw of winds had vanished, and such genies of the plane of air left, with words of prophecy that if they remained in the city of brass, that there would be no more Jinn if they lost the storm of the plains. Some of them, I heard, even became earthbound, unable to fly, and flying to them is both shameful and often fatal. Their entire cities are hefted into the sky within the plane of air. Some of them now drifting listlessly, bereft of the winds that power them. We have not seen the Jinn in some time. He goes quiet after a moment. They were the last thing they had left. The city of brass was an ill omen. That if the Jinn, the Merid, the Tao, and the Ifrit all fully retracted from the city of brass, great darkness would soon consume it. Darkness coming out of the ground itself. Darkness formed into 5 heads of death. We believe this prophecy was the coming of Tiamat. Many struggled. Many wished that this prophecy would not come to pass. None of us wished to believe it, but little by little, the genies and their various individual problems became too much. With the Merid leaving, hope went with them. The ill omens of the Jinn did not provide any solace. Without the Afridi to protect them, they did not feel that they could win against the coming darkness. The Tao would no longer be able to give the Afridi the weapons they need in order to battle back against this 5-headed darkness. Dies. I never thought the Ifrit would ever consider returning to the City of Brass, as they fully returned to the Plane of Fire in order to gather together as one army to take on this darkness themselves. Now I see it does not just threaten the City of Brass, but your plane plane of mortals as well. And if this five-headed darkness, this Tiamat, should ever free herself from the 9 hells, it is all of us that should worry. And we should do everything in our power to ensure that this prophecy does not come to pass. So there you have it. The 4 elemental kings, the genies of the city of brass, all worrying about themselves selfishly, not bothering to work together as a team. Who would have seen 5 mortals from the material plane could possibly change the direction of the elements for the better? He sits back and crosses his arms. Perhaps there is hope after all. Strength can be found in even the tiniest of places. He looks at Coslow again, but does not initiate a stare down.
So if you had this prophecy about how if y'all left, something bad was gonna happen, why'd y'all leave?
We didn't want to work together. He shakes his head. It was foolish in hindsight. But especially the Afridi, and I can really only speak for myself, wanted to band our own people together, thinking that we could triumph over this darkness on our own. We had no... how to say it? We did not have the temperament in order to work things out, not like the Merid. The Dao were too stubborn. The Jin too flighty. He shakes his head. It was foolish. But now that I see the rot that began with the Dao has affected us all. It made us all unsure of ourselves, unsure that working together would do anything. It's this dark. I have no good answer for you. It did not strengthen our relations, that is for
Well, don't worry, we're here now and we're gonna go shoot whoever else needs shooting.
He nods. That is exactly what we wanted to hear.
As long as they're not immune to fire. That has a
we
tendency to
got
trap
ways
our
of dealing
style.
with that these days.
Do we?
I got a bell.
Oh, that's true. Coslow has a bell.
Ding ding.
And what does this bell do?
It hurts a lot, especially if you're already hiding a little bit. And Grabella's really good at making things hiding a little bit.
Here,
Is Grabella sipping her tea right now as a dragon? Like,
Trying to, so like
Just
got her
like-
tongue out, missing half the time.
Lapping at it like a giant cat.
Yeah.
The Afridi should have heeded the prophecy of the Jinn, but none believed it more than they. But they were more concerned with the maw of winds disappearing than anything. They also potentially believed that if the maw of winds disappeared entirely, that their prophecies too fade.
so this maw of winds, what is it exactly? It's a storm?
He nods to you. The greatest storm of the plains, where all air originates.
Oh, that sounds pretty important.
It touches the material plane. You can feel it on your face as you walk through the mountains. The winds howling, carrying your, what do you call it? Weather. Clouds in the sky, allowing for rains to pass over your continent. It is the origin point.
And it's just vanished.
He nods. Last that I have heard from the Jinn is fading.
Well, that sounds like something we might be able to help with, I suppose. Good as place to start as any.
You are...
We also fix major ecological disasters in our free time, as it turns out.
While we are still not the best of friends, the Ifriti and the Jinn are on relatively good terms. The Jinn and the Dao care very little for each other. The Dao are too stubborn, and the Dao consider the Jinn too airheaded and flighty.
I get it, because they're
He shrugs. They are of their essence. If you wish to assist them, I can send word that you might be arriving. Though, small heroes, how do you suppose you would travel to the plane of air?
Do you happen to have anything that has come from the plane of air?
He thinks. In fact, I do. I have an old family relic sitting around. A memento back from the trade of the city of Brass. He starts turning a slightly deeper shade of red. A gift between old lovers. Coughs into his hand. But enough about my relationships. I can give you this bangle. If you...
I bet that's how you got it, too!
Ah! Enough! This was a fiery, passionate romance.
You're making the big red guy red.
She stoked my flames.
Okay, I thought you said enough of your personal life. Hand over the bangle.
He touches his pockets and remembers he's wearing it. Takes it off. Hands it down the table. I ask that when you are finished with it, please return it to Azrael, so they can return it to me. It is something I would like to remember her by.
Yeah, sure. We could do that.
Yeah, we know where it's been. We're not gonna hang on to it.
He's just turning crimson.
You're turning violet, Violet.
We are driven by our passion, as you can see.
My god, he's turned plaid. Rain, kind of clicks it, makes it ding, resonate a little bit.
I actually thought you said licks it at first. I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa!
That's not Rain's thing. We don't kink shame in this party, but that's not Rain's thing. Yep, this should do the trick.
He nods at what I the least I can do to help.
That is correct. It is approximately the least that anyone could do to help. But you're doing it, and we appreciate that.
He just looks proud for no reason at all. I'm helping.
Congratulations! You met the bare minimum!
I'm helping, a phrase Devo uses constantly.
I'm helping!
Yeah.
But
Well,
that is it. That is the story of the City of Brass, and how all of the elements come together in some semblance of harmony to make a functioning society. And then the demons came and infested the Tao. I
And
would
the
rather not
Foundation
point
attacked.
fingers, but he shrugs.
Does he look at anyone when he is doing this?
No, he doesn't, actually. He's not being accusatory, but he is definitely implying that the initial bit of rot that slowly led to the rest of the genies leaving the City of Brass started with the Tao.
oh, we know all about that. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, don't worry, we dealt with that guy.
Oh, I want to tell Corbella something. But very well then. Let me not reminisce any longer on old flames. And let us turn back to the new bit of hope that has now sparked in the Afridi. If you wish to have our strength back within the City of Brass, then we have hope that you mortals will help bring us back together once more. Whether we have been split apart by internal struggle, external factors, or worrisome prophecy. It might take just a little bit of convincing on your part to bring us all back together again, even as something as simple as, he grits his teeth, discussion.
Or tea parties, as the case is been.
I scoffed at this, laughed at it even. And I thought maybe at one point you would all be returning with me. As not so much friends, more like small, pitiful servants to serve under my banner. But I see now, that would be an unwise idea. Your strength, as much as I dare to admit it, surpasses my own.
You know, it's rare that we get the credit we deserve on that front before the ass beatings have to commence.
Perhaps our time huddled in fear of the plane of fire has made some of us more self-aware. Our strength must be shown proudly, not huddled together waiting for the end. Azrael claps. Yay! Hey! Friends and not servants!
I was gonna go with the other S word, but yep, servants is fine, I suppose.
We do not use the other. Nope. Just friends all around. Equally
Yep.
friends. Zarok just shrugs. You have already shown your strength. I do not need you to prove it anymore. Azrael looks around the table. Mission accomplished.
Yay! Rain clinks glasses with Emberseer.
Tink! The water is boiling in the tea so much that there's like this much water left. And it's like just all highly concentrated tea.
All those tannins.
The fire elemental just puts his hand on the bottom and continues boiling it, and then he just takes out the tea residue and...
Delicious.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work, but, you know, I'm not a teologist, so I don't know enough to dispute it.
At one time this was a plant. Don't know why you steep it in water. Seems strange. But don't worry, I've gotten all that pesky water out of this plant residue. The plant is quite nice. Burns fragrantly.
You're neat.
He just blushes and suddenly he starts getting hotter. Oh. Thank you. You just hear Paya laughing from the other end of the table.
Raina's going to need all of the aloe vera when we leave here. Her poor delicate lives in cities that are in eternal night skin.
Azrael stands up once again. I would like to thank all of you for coming to my tea, and especially Zaharak, for ensuring that there is strength in friendship, not just strength in, well, points to Zaharak's guns. No. The strength of destruction. And I think, as denizens of the Plane of Fire, we're all used to doing a little bit of destruction. It's in everyone's nature. But fire can be a nurturing source. It can be the fire of passion. It can be the fires of friendship. Azrael looks at Rain. Help. I'm not good at speeches.
Well, it brings warmth, you know, for things that need to stay warm. Biological things that need to stay warm and not cold and die.
Everyone, no, I hate the cold. No.
Yep, there we go.
No.
Yes. The warmth of love.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And sometimes you get a sweet bangle out of it.
Zaharak coughs into his napkin.
Like, we are one step away from going to, like, a karaoke bar with these guys.
And I... But I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up today. And just like Zaharak, we can all use our burning abilities to build friendships, to help out those that are smaller than you. Lorch lifts up his teacup. Hear, hear. The fire giant nods. Yes, everyone is smaller than me. I should use my stature to help others. And, well, not everyone is made of flesh, so we should use our fire in moderation to keep them warm, not destroy them utterly. Paya just nods, and Emberseer is very busy burning the residual tea in his cup and then huffing the smoke.
Ah, delicious. Yes, I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Fish are friends, not food.
And even the salamanders know that, well, sometimes when a Vakaran and a salamander fall in love, sometimes they make little half salamander friends.
the, Monty. We will continue to nurture our relationships with the Vicarans. You have shown us that it is important to keep ties with the mortal races. We do not know how much power an individual has. We have seen that the powers of the whole, and you all work together, can be great indeed.
Azrael also nods at the Azure.
And the industrious nature of bringing people together can make incredible things. Can't it, Colbrand?
Azure nods and lifts up a stein that is still full of tea.
Hear, hear. And with that, you all, the tea party is done. I'd like to thank all of you for joining today. And please, stay as long as you like, and fill your bellies.
Everyone claps politely.
Hear, 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 hear. And thank you, Rain, Wangdoodle, Seaswab, Oslo, and Grabella, for showing these fiery denizens just the power of, oh, it sounds so cheesy, power of friendship, working together, even though we're all just a little different.
Friends.
Friendship.
Zaharak nods and stands. Well, with that, I will take my leave. I will not sit and tarry on the tea, as kind as it has been, and as impressive it has been to sit and listen to your stories and tales. Your strength is proven, and it is reinforced by even the Mephits. You seem to save and help selflessly, putting your lives and your very being at risk. I shall bring this back to the Ifrit. We shall do our best in order to keep our emotions in check and return to the City of Brass. We will stand alongside the Tao and ensure that their precious elemental ores will be put to good use. And we shall protect them. We will anxiously await the return of the Merid and of the Jinn. Zaharak begins to leave. Farewell. He waves goodbye.
From under the table. Bye, see you later.
Whew. Boy, I didn't think that anything would impress Zaharak. You all have been really busy. I feel like if I would just sat here and recounted your tales, he would have thought I was, well, blowing theoretical smoke up his ass. And it seems like he really respected your all's strength.
Well, calls those very intimidating individual, so.
Grabella's just chewing on the bread in front of her like it's a little cracker.
One by one, each of the denizens of the Plane of Fire bid their farewells and promised to bring word back of your heroics to their various areas of the Plane of Fire. Ignavar and Blorch leave together in very good mood, and the Mephit promises to use the Mephiverse to continue spreading tales of your bravery, and apologizes for his more annoying cousins.
Please like, comment, and share.
Like, comment, subscribe. Emberseer and Peya leave together. Peya gives each of you a firm and cool hug. I will miss you. But you're doing something that not a single one of us could do on our own. You all are so brave. I'm so proud of you.
Does C-Swab's hug last just like a little bit longer than everybody else's?
Just a little like uncomfortably long, and like Peya's, because he always has this wind swirling around him, like Peya's hair starts like flapping a little bit. He just is like, ooh, I will miss that sort of sweet wind. Sure hope that, well, what Zaharak had said, that the elemental winds do not stop completely. Oh, what horrible things that would do to the plane of fire. We all need the power of air in order to subsist. It would be like mortals losing access to water. I shudder to think of the consequences. She too leaves. The salamanders, though still a little bit cold, they too leave, with renewed understanding and appreciation of the relationship between the salamanders and, at the very least, the Vakarans and their misunderstood progeny, the Vanti. The Azrael leaves, thoroughly impressed, ready to share the stories of your bravery with his fire dwarven kin. And soon enough, you all are left with just Azrael. Azrael beams with delight, knowing that friends are just not accumulated easily, but friendship is fostered and is built on trust, strength, passion, and love. And Azrael could not be any happier. After everyone leaves, they lean back in their chair and fold their hands across the hole-stained breastplate. I think that went well.
Yeah, high five, everyone.
Now that all that's out of the way, what are your next steps?
That's a fantastic question.
Well, we probably should return to Maginox. Either way, we will need the audacity. Whether we release Lucaris or go off to Feronia, right?
Yeah, about that, Rain. Listen. Wangdoodle's just gonna crawl under the tables and sidle up over here. So listen, if we do, not if, when we free, from the crystal and all that, that's going to impact the power supply on the airship. So we're going to need to have some kind of backup or some system to kind of handle that shift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that we'd fall out of the sky. I'm just saying we would be a little less secure.
Well, my thinking is that no matter what we do, we probably land the audacity. Whether we have to do without it for a while, or we plug in a different power supply, we do have quite a cache of Borean shards.
Yeah, we do. But when we free, are we going to try to do like we free both of them? Or are we going to try to do the really precise and accurate, we save one and keep the other one imprisoned?
I don't know if that is an option with the horn that we have. I guess I'm looking to you artificers to tell me what's possible. If we could keep one imprisoned, I suppose that's an option. There's no need to free the Red Abishai, as far as I'm aware. We already killed him once. It's just his essence in there.
Yeah, I mean, I would need to do some studying, but I'm thinking if we have a way to like funnel them out, right? But then you basically gotta have a pump and a tank, right? So we gotta pump them out of one, tank them somewhere else, one to get them free, and then we just pump the other one back into the holding chamber, and then technically, if we can send them one way, we can send them the other way.
Well, actually, time out. Wang Doodle, you might have been drunk for this.
Chances are good I was, yes.
Did you see the really handy horn that Grabella got from the treasure hoard of the Tao?
Rain, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of stuff that just kind of blurs in and out.
Can you
Yeah,
turn me back
let's
into a
recap.
person, Christina?
Yeah, yeah.
So I can show it
Absolutely.
off.
Revert. Oh my gosh, he's upside down.
Where is that goddamn thing?
Yeah, dang thing.
Oh, also, Grabella, one last thing I wanted to tell you that I may have not said before you left the plane of Earth was, in order to move Razadul around, because he is mortal now, the Great Khan has gifted you a very plain and unadorned brass lamp, which just has Razadul in it. And if you ever want to let him out, you just rub the lamp 3 times, and it will free him from his genie prison. Otherwise,
Yes.
you can put him back in the lamp at any time. For all other intents and purposes, he will be perfectly mortal, without any of the perks of being a...
Hang on, did we just find a way to qualify the law of equivalent exchange in this whole problem? I think we did.
Okay, so if I'm reading this horn correctly, the resonance under resonance shatter that it would break is the tying of Lucaris to the Red Abishai, right? It doesn't necessarily pull them out of the crystal because the crystal is sustained by Lucaris. So we're just separating them with the horn is what we're doing. Am I understanding that right?
That is correct.
Okay. So it's probably unlikely that we can keep the Red Abishai as a power source in its current form.
Yeah, the big problem was that they were mixed like salt and sugar. It was very difficult to tell which one was which without potentially destroying them both. And now that you can identify their individual resonance, they will no longer be bound together. So what you choose to do after you individually identify and break their bond together, that is up to you. You could just free the Red Abishai and let him do terrible things across Arctis.
But it sounds like it sort of happens by default if we separate them.
Separating them will essentially free both of them, because the chaotic energy that Lucaris has encapsulated within his resonant gem is really the only thing keeping them together.
So if we separate them, we now have a Red Abishai and a Lucaris. Nobody's in a crystal.
Correct.
Yeah.
And most likely
So-
no crystal, because he wouldn't have to sustain.
Right. So then we gotta bop the Red Abishai again. Well, depending on what state he's in when he pops out. So yep, we're going to need a new power source for the Audacity. But we do really need to release Lucaris sooner rather than later before there's possibly no more Lucaris to release.
Yeah,
He
you got a
kind of
strong
has a
point.
bigger job than just powering our airship.
If we're able to identify both of their unique residences, right, which I specifically identify as one from the other, if we can find those unique identities, if we could attribute those each to a separate holding tank, so that when they separate, it could draw in and accumulate those two unique resonances that should separate and contain both of them. Then we can just let out the ones we want to let out. We can keep in the ones we want to keep in.
The Wang Doodle, that solid theory. There's only one problem. You cannot create resonant gems or massive Borean shards on your own, like Lucaris could. However, you have identified, both of the artificers, know what the properties of the elemental brass can do, and that is contain magic. And this was also backed up by the Ifridi's tale that the Tao building the buildings and topping them with brass can both keep magic out and in, making it just a really giant container.
Right, so
And-
holding tanks.
Kozlo has a bunch of elemental brass just sitting in Kozlo's den.
Right,
Yeah.
so holding tanks, right? So they separate out, and then you hold one in one, you hold the other one in the other one. But then you basically still have a way to contain them once they come free. You just got to find a way to funnel, technically, the resonant energy.
Yes. I was looking. I think we also have a stash specifically of unaspected Borean shards. That might help with that. Let's see.
Like Doodle starts sketching out a Luigi's Mansion style etheric vacuum.
Ba, 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 ba. We do have 4 clear shards, which I think are the unaspected ones. Yeah. We have 2 medium clear shards and 4 large clear shards.
And
We also have a large rainbow shard, but I don't remember what the colors all tracked to anymore.
I believe the rainbow one could be aspected to anything. It would just have to be near that element for a particular period of time.
Okay.
If there is another person you could ask about containment, there is one person that comes to mind. That is Narcissa.
That feels
We gotta
like
put
still.
people in mirrors.
Listen.
I'm
Wasn't
also
a no.
okay if we just rip the red Abishai out and then just beat him to death.
Also fair. You could rip him
Actually-
out, beat him to death, and take his essence, or you could encapsulate his essence within some sort of artificer-created storage device, but his essence with him.
Well, so
That's-
here's an interesting thought. We have the black Abishai's essence. You could try using that to see if you can come up with a containment unit that actually produces the energies that we need for now. Using that. And then we could do the same with the red Abishai, or just shove them in together, I suppose. I don't know.
Well, conflict
We do
does
need to
generate
contain them all.
energy. A lot of energy, actually.
And we do need to contain them all for some period of time. And presumably their essences are going to be calling out to the others who are not subdued. So we definitely don't want their essences to just go back to Tiamat. We may as well keep them contained.
And before the Audacity has its own, like, container silo tank just for Abishai souls.
And Rain, one of the problems that you were dealing with before was that it was hard to keep the Audacity in one place just because it was emanating so much power before you redirected it to the airship that it would draw the attention of other potentially powerful beings. You put all the Abishai essences together, the curator might be pursuing you relentlessly, or all of them. Like having the Infinity Gauntlet in a nice little glass case.
Mm-hmm. Could we build containment units for each of them, do you think?
Depending upon how much space they need and how much brass we have, yeah, sure.
Figure it's probably easier to build a containment unit per essence rather than one that can contain them all. I also don't like the idea of all of them coming together and ideating.
But Wangdoodle, oh man, the thought of all of those Abishai essences, the little fragments of Tiamat all coming together, it's basically like, yes, atomic bomb, yes! The thought tingles in the back of your mind just a little bit. The sheer amount of power, the absolute scale of it.
Oh,
Rain
trust me.
slaps Wangdoodle across the face. Sorry, you were drooling a little bit, Wangdoodle.
Well, yeah. Because I'm sorry. I had plenty of thoughts that I decided not to bring up for people who would be concerned about ethics or morals or war crimes. I have a lot of experiments that these guys could help out with.
Yeah, no, I kind of gathered that because you're not adequately drunk for that kind of blank expression normally.
Okay, you know what? That's kind of fair.
You get blank stares from one of two things: copious amounts of alcohol or delusions of grandeur. Usually apocalyptic grandeur.
Just absolute world-rending experiments.
You're basically Krieger from Archer.
But also, oh, Wangdoodle, all that power. Boy, it would sure be helpful if you were trying to encapsulate all that slow.
Yes, it would. It'd be fantastic for all of that. It would also be fantastic to find out what happens with Abishai when they're slowly introduced to, very micro incremental increases of exposure to slow. Again, we can't say that kind of stuff out loud because then people get worried about, things like your rights and protections, but someone's got to find this out.
No, that's the neat thing. They don't.
They don't. But what if?
I knew you'd start seeing it my way.
So, to Maginox then, and maybe take some time to experiment with... Here, Rain's just gonna pull out the essence and hand it to Wangdoodle. Like, pause for a second. Stare Wangdoodle dead in the eyes.
It's probably safe with me for, at least a week.
Mm-hmm. Can I drop it? Yeah. Boop. Don't make me regret this, Wangdoodle, please. Containment unit, preferably one that also can funnel power to the Audacity. So when we release Lucaris, we have an option for further power.
Oh, absolutely. Have I seen this lamp thing that was handed off to Grabella earlier?
Horn?
Oh,
I'm
the
just
lamp?
I'm assuming us having having it is common knowledge.
Yes, yeah, you know that Grabella is now basically the warden of Razadul Ironbane. She let him out whenever she...
And Grabella, can I see that lamp again? I just want to take a quick note of dimensions.
Grabella, it's in your inventory if you want to link it.
I mean, I don't need to hold it. I just need to know, roughly Are we talking like hand lantern? Like you want to put it on a table? Like, how much brass do I need?
That is a very good question. Now, Wangdoodle, the current workings, the Great Khan has taken away Razadul's mostly genie powers. The only thing really left is the ability to summon and put back his essence. But just kind of identifying that from the lamp, you could replicate something like this on a much grander scale and maybe sans all the, rubbing to release the essence, to replicate the form and function.
Oh yeah, no, the plan is to basically mass reproduce these like pigeonhole capsule as small as I can make it that will still house the essence. Trust me, no expense is going to be spent in any kind of comfort with these holding cells.
Make me an Arcana check real quick as you look over the lamp.
You got it. Tell you what, if I can't engineer it, I will reverse engineer it. Or brute force it, one of the two. Yes?
That's pretty good. You hypothesize that because Razadul is missing most of its power, that the containment unit, its crude nature and how it is also crudely fashioned, is proportional to the amount of power inside of it. But usually things like etching it with runes and infusing it with more magic can house something of a similar size, just more powerful. So, say, if you were to make a lamp that would house the Great Khan, it would require significantly more material and effort. So, you're looking at, okay, so your baseline is Razadul in a shitty, crude lamp, to an Abishai, an essence of a piece of Tiamat itself. You're gonna need something a lot bigger. And you're gonna have to infuse a lot of magic into it.
Okay, so we're just gonna go full Animal Crossing on this tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 aquariums, and just basically we're gonna go from there.
Yeah, this is like a tier 0. To house an Abishai, you think you're probably going to need something at least a container of at least 6 cubic feet.
Medium.
But if we were gonna make
size.
this like immediate wanna get away economy seating, can we get that down to like 4 3/4 cubic feet?
The smaller that you go, the more expensive and the more power that you're gonna need to put into it. Your baseline right now, you're looking at a rather sizable cube, but that's just with the elemental brass and not really anything else. But maybe with like more Borean shards, or say shards from Prismata, when all that is said and done, you could probably shrink it down significantly. Just going to require a lot more work and a lot more time.
Yeah, but if I start charging them for all of their check bags, then they're going to fly lighter, which means I need less space.
We're not building a microprocessor, we're building a fuel cell.
Yes.
And this is for the
Therefore,
individual
bigger
essence.
is better.
And now that they
Yeah,
have been defeated and more stabilized, like you're looking at, let's just say like 9 cubic feet. So cube. If you were just to try and shove a fully realized, undefeated Abishai in there, that's gonna get a little. He might be a little cramped,
Brewing barrel looks great.
Yeah, like a barrel. Now there is I think you have like 20 bars of elemental brass in Kozlo's Den, possibly more.
It's like a whole fucking pallet.
Yeah, you have a lot.
It was a bit, yeah. Not to mention the whole army just chilling.
Like, it was too big to go in a bag of holding, if I remember correctly. So it was a lot.
Wait, that's right. That army, is that solid brass or just brass designed to be?
We
like,
had the scorpions, there were the spiders, and then there was the army.
Right.
If you melted down the brass army, the scorpions, basically all of the elemental brass that you have found so far, you would have no problem building something for all 5 of Abishai.
No, I was just asking if the army was hollow.
They are made entirely of brass, but they are hollow inside because there's bodies and there's mummies inside of them. So they're basically
Right.
a
So they're
suit
already-
of brass
they're already
armor.
Proven. Yeah, so they've already proven to be effective as vessels. All right, cool.
Correct.
Yeah, we're not talking about building like 5 cubic feet of solid brass. Like, I don't think that's what we're talking about. We're talking about like a
No.
device approximately that big. So the amount of material is not quite
No,
as
I was
much.
just thinking, we don't need to melt down the army if they already serve capably as vessels.
We also just have a pallet of this brass. Like, we literally
do.
have a pallet of this
Yeah.
brass. Like, that probably, like, I would be shocked if that's not enough brass to build, like, 5, what amounts to a medium-sized creature worth of containment units.
Like, don't worry. I will make Alcabras and it'll be beautiful. Some will say the greatest detention facility you can have.
Alcabras. You could, with the pallets enough would be enough for the Abishai. But if you were to melt down, like, the armies, not to mention, like, multiple armies, you're thinking about containing something massive on a massive scale, like the Slow.
Yeah, but see, army. So, listen, it's going to be some tough decisions.
Well, maybe let's start with the Abishai, and we'll go from there.
All right, yeah, that's
We
fine
don't have
with
to.
me.
We don't have to solve, imprisoning Tiamat herself just yet.
No, I was hoping we would have kind of a semester break.
Yeah. Let's start with a hypothesis. Let's do some science.
Yeah,
Prove
you're gonna
out our
have to see.
hypothesis.
You're gonna have to see if it works first. Is the brass elementally strong enough to contain the essence of a black Abishai?
This is the most intense internship that's ever existed.
You're doing
Well,
stuff
look.
that Lou has not trained you for.
You're only still an intern because Wang Doodle is always drunk when it comes time to dole out paychecks. So you're still being paid an experience.
Fair.
It's fine,
Exposure.
Summer job before graduation. Simple task, save world.
Yeah. Nobody has ever accused Lou of having low standards. Except apparently for maintenance of geothermal rifts.
Well, yeah, that and honestly, well, doesn't need to be said. Morris.
Yeah. hmm Well, Morris was partially in charge of the maintenance of the geothermal rift. That's, yeah.
Yeah, that was the second mistake involving Morris.
Morris is obviously a DEI hire since he's the only human.
Whoa!
You may not like. I'm not sure if we could say that out loud, but I can't say you're wrong.
Oh, the only human intern on Arctis. Oh god, it's true.
So back to Maginox then to try building a vessel.
Yeah. I think we should get Kozlo. We should get started on these plans for Alcabras.
Yeah, Alcatraz.
Azrael looks a little sad. Well, it's been really nice. I'll miss
Don't you just like talk to all of them in their heads all the time anyway?
It's not the same. I don't get to see you face to face. I get to see his face when he looks at his own face in a mirror. It's just not the same.
But you could look at them, each of them, from each of their respective eye peepers.
That's
So
true.
it's like being there. And you just bounce around between them like you're having a conversation with them.
Can I get little spider friend out
Sure.
and be like,
You just talk to me through this little guy.
Well, that's my favorite way of looking at you all, because then I can see you and you and you through the eyes of like 8 eyes of the spider. And especially when you're sleeping, because I get the top-down view. I'm up there looking down while you're sleeping.
Just watching all of us while we sleep. Yeah.
So wait a second. Hold up. Time out. So Azrael can telepathically communicate with all of you, give you, commands of things to do, and see through your eyes and your senses as they need to.
Mm-hmm.
Coslow, you can telepathically communicate with your spider, see through its senses, give it commands of what to do and things like that. Are you just Azrael's familiars?
I'd say we're pretty familiar with each other at this point.
Yeah, I'd say we're quite familiar. Some, I mean, some more than others. I think Cosmo's really nurtured that relationship. We've gotten real close, really, really close, exceptionally, really close. It's the closest friendship I've ever had, except with all of the other voices screaming inside of my head all the time.
I love how weird every time we visit Azrael is.
Oh, is that weird?
You're weird.
Happy to help.
Thank you.
I think calling Cosmo my familiar is a little insulting.
Productive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Friends is such a better F word to call Oslo.
Yeah, no, we can hide it behind euphemisms if that makes everyone feel better. I was just understanding the nature of the relationship, that's all.
Yeah, mutually
Azrael would
beneficial.
have a familiar that's like a little psychotic murder goblin.
Yeah, no, it's fairly on brand. I just wanted to make sure we established the connection. That this is some kind of like friendship pyramid scheme.
Well, yes, but Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no.
Symbiotic.
There's
like
no
a
value
parasite.
judgment here.
Like, Coslo nurtures me and I nurture Coslo. And if, Coslo were to pass, I would be infinitely sad. But I would make sure that Coslo's voice would join the chorus that's going on inside my head.
Now that's terrifying.
And it would just be one big party forever.
I think that's probably the scariest thing that Azrael has ever said.
Don't worry, Coslo. I know your little flesh vessel isn't ready for that yet.
No, Cosmo is fine with it. Just out of character, that's probably the most terrifying thing.
But out of character, you knew that's what you signed up for long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just fucking eldritch horrors all the way down.
I don't know that Cosmo knows that that's what he signed up for, but I don't know that Cosmo understands any of this either.
I don't know that Coslo really would be concerned about this if he did understand it.
Cosmo thinks he's a cleric.
Yeah.
Doing Azrael's work.
But when clerics die, they go to their god. So yeah, it all makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll all be
Or they're
happy
taken care of
together
forever.
forever with the other 8 voices in my head.
It's like 12 voices, to be clear. And the 13th is Azrael.
I was counting.
And now 14 with Novus, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's just angry all the time. It's okay. I'm used to the angry one. The crying ones.
Well, this is all deeply unsettling, or not, and, was Coslow's case maybe, I suppose.
Don't worry.
Shall we?
I'll be keeping an eye on you, all 8 of them, through the phase spider, friend.
While we're sleeping.
While you're sleeping. I promise I will not put the phase spider in any of your mouths again.
Okay, but I just have one slightly related question. Do you have any interaction or anything to do with the, and I quote, friendship rope?
What's a friendship rope?
Is that purely something the spider does, or are you influencing that too?
I don't know. What do you think?
The friendship rope was something that we used. I can only really tell you my side. I was not part of the conversation, I don't think, when it was going on. Maybe I was. I don't know. It was a while ago. And I was also a whale. Anyway, we used it to lash onto a couple whales.
Yeah?
And so the spider did that. It was called friendship rope. It didn't look like friendship rope, but I don't know what that looks like. But anyway, it was called friendship rope. I just didn't know if you were involved in that or if that's purely the spider's thing.
I think the spider works in mysterious ways. Don't you, little phase spider? Where does your rope come from? The spider just shrugs with 2 legs.
Wangdoodle takes out a cocktail napkin, writes down, "Even gods don't know how spiders do it."
Mysteries of the universe, I guess.
And Azrael is canonically now part spider, so it's even more impressive that they don't know.
Where do rope come from?
I just want to be clear. Azrael didn't get this fucking weird until Christina took over Azrael.
Listen, as long as it's called friendship rope, it's 100% okay. When it's like enemy rope, that's when you need to worry.
Have we just given up on phrasing? Phrasing not a thing anymore?
I don't think you were going to be able to save this topic.
No.
Wait,
Well-
is there separate rope for enemies?
Yeah, it's what the Arrhenius used, remember? When she, lashed somebody. Maybe it was Sea Swab.
Oh, that's true.
And the Chain Devils. The Chain Devils had their little chains. You remember Wangdoodle. You remember getting tied up.
I do remember that. They did not respect the safe word at all.
Yep, that's probably what enemy rope looks like.
See? There is a difference.
We have anything stronger than tea before we leave?
No, Wangdoodle, you have work to do. So much work to do.
Press. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit too hot in here to really keep alcohol at a non-evaporative temperature. This kind of boils right out.
Well, okay,
All right.
yeah. Sure, that, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Everyone tell Azrael goodbye, that you're going to miss him, or whatever. And then get over here and hold hands.
Spider
Oh,
just
good.
kisses Azrael fully on the mouth,
Damn.
crawls back into
Good.
Coslow's bag. No words.
Good.
I love you too, Face
Good.
Spider.
All right, yeah.
Corbello, give him a big hug.
I think we've started to overstay our welcome. Let's go ahead and get back.
It's
to
mostly
action,
overstaying my sanity.
just Azrael just picks up the Face Spider. Mwah! Hey, I love you. It's Coslow. You hear it in your head. Love you.
There is a sibling phase spider that is still somewhere with Azrael.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So definitely Mama Spider vibes. Oh, and the spider drake eggs hatched, or had to have hatched at some point.
Oh yeah, those are somewhere in the plane of fire.
Yeah, no, there's like horrifying broodmother shit going on somewhere.
Yeah, you haven't been back to Azrael's sanctum in a while. You shudder to think what might be going on in there. It's probably just infested. Not
Wayne
a great
would
place to
really
have a tea
rather
party.
not.
Oh, do you all need a lift?
No, not necessarily, but I won't say no. Not spending spells is nice.
I don't remember how we got here.
I shifted us here.
I sent you an invitation, silly.
Yes, they did not come with any kind of mode of transportation.
Oh, yeah, I should here. Notes for future party. Make sure you provide transportation if they live too far away. Triple underline. Sorry. But good news is I still sense a connection between, the plane of fire and Oslo leads somewhere to Bella's lair. I could put you there if you want.
Oh yeah, we got that old thing.
The lair's
See if there's
probably not a bad place to start. The brass is
50
in your bar,
potions.
though.
50 potions.
Oh yeah, get all the potions. Okay,
Yeah, we got a path from the lair to the bar.
Grabella's lair then, and then the bar.
Yeah.
And I suppose then the Audacity, because that's where all the Borean shards are. Alright, let's do it.
Right. Thank you for coming to my tea party. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for the invitation.
Thanks for the tea. And the tea.
All right. Just 1 second. I gotta. Still not super good at this. Yeah, Bella's there. Just don't want to put you, like inside the mountain. That would be so silly.
If this is really too much of a strain, please.
Nope. Just, the powers of the arcane and all. They tend to be a little like, woo, a little wimbly wimbly.
No, not particularly.
Yeah,
No.
they are so. Oh wait, nope. I got it. I feel it. There you go. Bye.
Brain makes a mental note. God, lowercase g.
Oh my god, my Hoard!
Rebella, as you all are shunted back to your lair, your hoard is looking much more hoardy. Piles of gold lie scattered around the room, overflowing from nearby chests. The small kobold shaman is holding a ritual at the base of your statue, which 3 kobolds are currently listening to enrapturedly.
I've seen it in a vision, yes, she shall come soon, and she will bring her wrath, but also her thanks. I see it now, in the back of my eyes, just as she is standing before me, as she stands before you. I can see her, I literally see her, directly in front of me. I think I'm hallucinating.
She head pats him and begins the head patting.
Hello, she has patted us. Has she
Get
patted you? Oh my. Oh,
Hey guys!
oh my Crabella, she's actually here.
Pets the mimic too.
A lot of the kobolds in the room are currently tending to the blood fern that's still growing here, watering it, pruning. They look up as you go and pat them on the head, and they give out little purrs of encouragement.
I do
Wait,
have
what?
3 purple Borean shards in here.
Grabella, you feel empowered seeing all of this gold here, but you're also wondering how it all got here.
Where did all of this come from, you guys?
Ah, and lo, she had asked, where be thy wealth? Let thy wealth be here. Ah, but we have been tending the garden of Grabella in your name, and we have created an LLC.
Oh,
Why yes, please, my lady, sit, listen. For we have tended to your garden of blood, and the blood has nurtured us. Though we water the blood fern with the blood, so we have also discovered that certain denizens of Mandanox enjoy chewing on the leaves, enjoy consuming it. It's just as much as they would love to sink their teeth into others' necks. Some can subsist upon the blood fern for a longer period of time than if they were to eat animals. Some have even taken a liking to it, and we have created profit.
I definitely thought you were about to say we have created vegan vampires.
That is essentially what he is implying.
All it takes is a little bit of blood to water the blood fern, and they grow. We have taken some of the kobolds, and we have tried to sell it within Maginox, and, well, it turns out it's been a little bit of a hit.
nice, nice.
Yes, the vampiric clientele of Maginox has enjoyed this blood fern, and they can subsist off of it as opposed to consuming the blood of others. Not permanently, but it seems to stave off some of their craving. And as Maginox is now a city of unity, well, the blood fern trade has, how would you say, popped off.
Heck yeah.
Come, my lady, let me show you the great gravy train.
Grabella will plop a few gems in her hoard before she falls.
Ah, the hoard grows in your name.
Yeah.
Come, leave the blood fern tenders to their tending. Additional kobolds
Oh my
have
God.
shown up.
Elite kobolds? What is this?
Yes, they have sensed your power from afar and wish to be a part of your brood.
Oh yeah, we should probably go gather everybody up and show them my new party trick.
We have repurposed many of the miners in order to be blood fern tenders, but we still have those that work at the walls.
Booba!
The pig snort.
We have kept the pigs alive, for they belong to you and not to us.
Thank you.
She's doing head pats.
Head patch.
We ensure that all kobolds that are here in your cave are well fed and treated as the queen herself would treat us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, I've got so many bloody potions for you.
Heck yeah.
Hey, let me get them out of the bag.
He's fumbling around somewhere in this furnace.
Got like 5 of them stashed in here, and I've been cooking up something real good. I've got I think I've mastered this potion that knits your wounds here. Where did I put it?
What are you talking about?
It's around here somewhere. Beep. And these are kick.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just 20 parts blood fern, 1 potion of supreme ailing.
Heck yeah, this is so good. Thank you, Kaza. Or Kaz.
I try not to cut into the profits too much, but there you go. Hope it'll help.
That's like 50,000
Yeah,
gold
heck
worth
yeah.
of healing potions. That's incredible.
Did he go this way? Where was?
Oh, he's right here.
Oh, okay.
We have loaded up shipments of the blood fern here, and they are ready to be going out.
She gives everybody a head pat except for Bronx.
Our shipment manager, Brox, has been the one who has been selling these things directly in Maginox. Turns out, as a vampire himself, he is good at talking to the more blood-crazed clientele. We have multiple.
Interesting.
Good job, Bronx, buddy.
Why, thank you. Here, I've nurtured new friendships with some of the vampiric clientele of Maginox, and as you can see, business is booming. Many of the
Thank you,
vampires
Bronx.
do not want to feast on their friends, lest they make their relationships more strained. Very different from how Maginox used to be. But now, with Bronx at your side, I understand 1, good business, and 2, vampires. Plus the blood fern is, well, a little bit tasty. We've loaded up enough to make another shipment. We've deposited all of the gold that we've made into your hoard, my lady.
Thank you, Bronx.
You're welcome.
She just kind of gruffles to her. She goes around. She gives the head pat skeletons to the skeletons too.
The skeletons are all packing up blood fern shipments.
HR!
HR!
How's it going?
HR!
Head pats.
He seems to be very busy as they've gotten a much larger roster of kobold and they're tracking all the shipments from your lair back to Maginox. HR!
Yeah. Is Anne helping you or still needing to be an example?
He nods and points to Anne, who is currently jotting down a bunch of fresh shipments. One particularly going directly to Catherine Ravensblood's home. HR.
Interesting.
HR.
Well, you guys keep up the good work.
Anne gives you a thumbs up.
You
Oh,
see,
dang.
even the most powerful of vampires in Maginox, Catherine Ravensblood, is currently a consumer of our product.
Dang. No
Yes.
wonder we got all these kobolds showing up.
And we have ethically sourced free-range blood to water the blood fern with.
What does that mean?
Bronx and Tiny kind of exchange glances.
It means it's found. Like from various sources, organically.
They look a little nervous.
Explain.
So some of it comes from animals.
He shrugs.
That have been hunted or merely found. Roadkill. If it's fresh enough, of course, and not coagulated. And then there are
They kind of look at each other.
no. bodies that we just find.
It's not a great one, but Grabella's gonna give him a fucking look. Like, spit it out.
A bit north of us, there are some orcs to the northeast. They tend to keep to themselves, but sometimes they range around, and we've had a few kobolds go out and, do a little bit of spying, and sometimes they kill animals for the meat, which we steal ethically, because they don't own animals. I mean, who does? Animals are free. And sometimes they kill that we are not involved with, and they're going to eat them, but then we decide that we are going to take them too. And none of the orcs are the wiser yet.
Yet.
Oh, okay, you're just lazy. I understand.
You, fellow kobold, we are small in stature. We are not made for the killing. We are made for the building of tunnels and the appearing in very specific places and the easy stealing of things that they don't keep their eyes on. You understand.
Langdoodle becomes visibly annoyed. Like, you know what? Honestly, it's kobolds like you that give the rest of us kind of a bad name. Because you could have stepped up and found a way to work around your stature instead of using it as justification to continue being lazy and mooching off other people's hard work. How about you put some steps in?
But our other option is to merely kill the orcs, and we are very small. And we will not do anything without the permission of our queen. If our queen wishes to potentially lose some of her precious followers, putting ourselves in danger with the orcs, then, of course, we will do so. But until then, we are just advanced scavenging. You're very good.
Don't you all have a murder order I've heard so much about?
Oh,
Did we leave that down here? Yeah, I guess he's in the back room.
Of course, the murder. We only need blood for the blood fern. We don't need the flesh. We give the flesh to the murder otter.
Oh, I meant no for like the whole, I don't know, protecting yourselves or something.
Oh god.
Oh, that thing is just feral.
Mitch, have you never heard of a
Just
trebuchet?
straight up
Like,
dangerous.
do I have to show you how to use a trebuchet? Like, are you really this concerned?
Are you saying we should put the murder otter in a trebuchet?
No, you can put a rock.
Honestly, wait a minute.
I mean, yeah,
To be
sure.
fair,
sure.
I don't
no
trust
bad
that
ideas.
murder otter.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying we should build a trebuchet and then put the murder otter in it and then fire it into the orc camp?
I
Honestly,
think it's pronounced tree bucket.
Apologies. Should we have you build us a tree bucket and then aim it at the orc camp, then release the murder otter to the set? Honestly, that's brilliant.
I hate how accurate that is.
I also just love that canonically, Azrael just up and like abandoned a fully feral murder otter at Grabella's lair,
Yeah, and it's just sitting
and they
there.
just leave it the fuck alone.
But he has a purpose. It's once we've drained the various roadkill and stolen bodies from the orcs, then and they are completely exsanguinated, and I do mean completely, then we just give the flesh and bones to the murder otter. It's composting. We're being very environmentally conscious.
So it's a fat murder otter now.
Oh, he is so chunky.
He did look a little chunkier than last.
Grabella, when you went in there to check on the murder otter, his belly is just distended, his little legs are sticking in the air, and all you see are just various bones sitting around Narcissa's mirror. And he's like idly chewing on one of them, and as you come into the room, all it does is just belch, just bleh.
You might need to take him on a walk. He might get too fat to be useful.
Build him like a wheel, like an exercise wheel.
Or just like a fucking piece of meat on a pole.
I am not touching that thing with a 10-foot pole.
Listen,
You get you a 12-foot pole. It'll be fine.
You want to save the murder otter and load the trebuchet at the
You're
same
feeding.
time?
You're
Use
feeding
the
the
wheel.
You're feeding the mimic too, right?
Some bones that we could get from the murder otter, but the mimic seems fine with whatever it is. I don't even know what it subsists on. The bones seem fine. The bones go in and they don't come out.
How good of a count do you keep on your kobolds?
I mean, I'm with you all the time. What do you think?
They look at each other. We are net positive.
So not a great count is what I'm hearing.
Net positive.
More kobolds come in than go out. Good?
So as long as kobold number goes up,
Yes.
we don't talk about the kobolds that the mimic 100% is eating.
My God, this is a corporation.
Listen,
Line goes up. We're good.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Number go up?
Maybe split the food with the mimic so we don't keep losing kobolds. And the otter doesn't stay chunky.
I just don't understand how to fix this problem. But Candle is still here.
He better be.
Yes.
As long as none of the named ones get eaten.
Exactly. We have made sure to keep the ones that you have named. Those are your favorites. Yes, Bronx. Yes, that's my name. And Tiny. Yes, and Candle. They're all still here. But look at these three: John Kobold 2, and John Kobold 3.
Split the food between the mimic and the otter. The otter's too fat.
How do you suppose we exercise this otter?
where's Jiminy Kobold?
Perhaps scavenging. Who's Jiminy? The tiny shrugs.
The fact that you have to ask that question tells me that you don't care about the kobolds around you.
I care about impressing my queen and my best friend, Coslow. Coslow do not like my business. It's booming.
That's my favorite thing for a business to be.
See?
That's why I make bombs.
Ah, yes. And the bombs that you do not threaten your friend Bronx with at all. Plus,
Except for those, few times that I had to, but we got an understanding now.
and I understand you like money.
I do like money.
And?
Oslo's boyfriend, always trying to impress her.
And so, haven't you seen all of the piles of money? It's fine, Coslow. You can say, yes, Bronx, you have done a very good job. Go on, say it.
Also just looks at him like, since when do you tell me what to do?
When I started making a profit, I thought you would see me as a better friend.
You're an
Better
excellent
friend.
apprentice, Brooks.
Yeah. Then I will just have to make more money to impress both you and Queen Grabella.
Kazo just nods like, yep, that worked. More money. That's
More-
what you're
yes.
after here.
And number go up, and certainly we will not lose John Kobold 1 through 3. Am I 3? The kobold asks Grabella with a worried tone.
Oslo, he's not listening to me. Will you tell him to split the food between the fat otter and the mimic so we have more kobolds?
Hey, you gotta get better at managing your resources.
Explain.
You're putting everything into the murder otter,
Yes, it's called investing.
which is a good investment.
Yes.
But you gotta diversify.
Diversify. Go on.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you put the money, the food in other spots. So that way, you got it coming from lots of places instead of just one.
So you're saying we should eat the roadkill?
How is that what you got from what I just said?
Listen, the success has clearly gone to my head. I just tell the other kobolds, like, what to do, but I don't really do anything myself.
We'll let HR know, maybe.
I just thought that was what all CEOs did. No.
Well, just do what Grabella's saying, okay?
Yeah, of course. Okay, make the murder otter less fat and give some of the yummies, the exsanguinated bodies, to the mimic. What if we get a fat mimic?
I think that's actually only a good thing, because it just keeps getting bigger.
Is there a point where we should, if the mimic gets to a certain size, we should stop eating it?
You're eating the mimic?
Feeding it!
Oh, God.
I swear, why would I eat a mimic? That sounds terrible. And presumably not possible. Looks like it's made of quivering flesh.
Probably not very tasty, no.
Alright. So the murder otter has gotten a little bit chunky. It hasn't been roaming around attempting to eat kobolds, and it seems very satisfied in that corner of the cave. I'm sorry, I made your murder otter a little fat. He's just very dangerous and also very stinky.
He is stinky.
Well, it sounds like nobody's taken him out for a walk.
Or we take him out for walks. We just get, like, John Kobold number 2 to go into the room, and then when the murder otter's hungry, it chases him around until it gets tired, and which is much shorter lately. It barely makes it to the entrance. And then the kobold runs back in, and that's the walkies. And then when it is sleeping, we clean up the refuse.
Oh. So you are cleaning up after it, at least.
Yes, of course. He does make, waste. Which we use to fertilize the blood fern. Organic!
Good lord.
The mimic does not make waste, so it doesn't make sense to feed the mimic. I don't know how that works. Like, mimics don't excrete, they just consume. I don't know where it goes.
Maybe you just don't know what mimic excretions look like.
I will get you on that one. I definitely do not. But yes, the murder otter waste fertilizes the blood fern in this otherwise relatively barren cave, and then we use mixture of blood and water to water it, and, well, we have blooming blood fern. But yes, we will take the murder otter out on walks. Maybe we'll get like a very long stick with a rope and some meat on the end, and we'll waggle it around until he gets his little chunky body up out of the cave a little bit. And John Kobold 2. Yes, you. Why don't you go on, murder otter?
Kobold Otter Wrangler.
And that's his name.
And me?
No. As he scampers off.
See, I make the decisions, all the smart ones, I make the profit, and they do all the dirty work, like clean the autopope, and farm the plants, and fertilize the plants, and make the murder otter chase them around to get not chunky. See, I'm doing a very good job. Please, Coslow, just a little praise, just a crumb of praise, that's all I ask.
You're doing good work, Bronx buddy.
Thank you. Now, if
He's
you'll
a praise vampire.
Now, if you'll excuse me, we have some blood fern shipments that are needing to go to Mackinac.
Alright, just don't get caught by the orcs. I feel like that could go really bad.
If a kobold gets caught, then we'll just find more kobolds. Isn't that right, Wang Doodle?
Oh, God.
You know, you are entitled to any opinions you want. I'll
We
give
need
up on
more
it being correct,
kobolds.
but
Don't let the kobolds die.
I
Oh,
just
good
don't
lord.
steal an entire brood. You can't make your own.
Alright, guys, we'll be back.
Galzo's gonna give Bronx a little fist bump as he walks by and like a wink.
Yes,
Over the
Bronx
pigs
is
and
doing
through
such
the
a good
wall.
job. Profit at any cost.
I mean, if it's profit at any cost, then it's gonna start costing, and cost is the opposite of profit.
Fair point.
With that attitude.
Grabella, my queen, my lady, my lady.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
heart of hearts, the star of my eye.
Oh, okay. That's too much.
Your growing horde has gathered some more kobolds, and so we have reached a net positive, which is a net positive. Yes, that's why they call it a net positive. But now with your he sniffs, newly realized dragon self. I can smell it. Perhaps just a small display of power, like flying to the top of the mountain and letting out a bellowing roar, will be good marketing for gathering more kobolds to our usage. As if you are not ethically opposed to stealing them, perhaps we merely impress them with your visage.
Sure.
Unless you are not ethically opposed to us stealing them.
I mean, we should just be attracting them. We shouldn't be stealing kobolds.
He looks over at Wang Doodle again and back. Are you sure?
Sick is my friend. She's done a lot for us.
But perhaps we could, repurpose them, yes? No, I hear she's not very kind to her progeny. We could be very kind. They could be very rich.
I'll put on some sort of display or something, okay? Just stick to the feeding and the blood fruit, and I'll handle the rest, okay?
Of course. Yes. I'll be seeing you, Wang Doodle.
Getting real weird vibes. Wang
I'm
Doodle.
sorry, Wang Doodle. He doesn't listen, and he keeps getting thinner and thinner ice, so I'm gonna have to kill him someday.
Listen, I'm absolutely certain that Sick will be happy to rip him just completely tail to, tip the tail for even thinking about touching any of her brood.
Yeah, that's also
I probably
true.
still have a couple scars from the first time I tried to leave.
Alright, after you guys. Coslow.
Walls.
Walls!
Walls, what are they? Oh, jeez! Oh,
Okay.
God!
Whee!
It did a thing!
Hey, we're here.
Oh, there's Sea Swab doing math
Oh.
and circling things.
How did he get here?
How dare he do math and not invite us?
200 ingots. That's so much.
And a lot. They're all just
And so much
piled in the
gunpowder.
corner.
I
We
forgot
stole the
about
gunpowder from a different spot.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Rain got you all that gunpowder.
Rain was there for that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
also
so many
mostly put it
details.
away in her bag of holding, specifically so you wouldn't accidentally blow it up.
It wouldn't have been accidental.
Well,
The massive pile of elemental ingots sits in Coslow's den, untouched, perhaps even gathering a little bit of dust. With a little bit of clever artificery, you might just be able to make a practical container for the Abishai essence. All it'll take is a little ingenuity, a little power, and a lot of bravery. But for now, it'll have to wait until next week. You all have finished the tea party. You have one pocket Razadul Iron Vein, which you can summon or not summon at your leisure. And with the lamp, Wangdoodle and Coslo have a greater understanding of just how to fit essences of things into much smaller containers. All of this is looking very possible. For now, that'll be the end of the session. We will... Where is my music? Hello? Okay. Put on a
Music for
different
an
one.
End of session. Just last called us out of here.
Really did.
Waiting for some semisonic to turn on.
I want something else. Oh my. We have lyrics. Let's turn that down a little bit.
whoa.
We've accidentally Expedition 33'd here all of a sudden.
Basically.
For now, that'll be the end of the session as the artificers get to work, thinking up a way to potentially contain the Red Abishai. You have the means of freeing Lucaris, and if that is your next step, then so be it. And for a moment, you can take the other Borean shards that you have to temporarily power your airship. Though some of the auxiliary power sources, like the massive disintegration cannon, might not be functional for the time being. For now, that's it.
I'm gonna hate that it's going to be powered off and we haven't fired it yet.
The one opportunity that we'll actually ever have to use it, and it'll be off.
Right, for now, that is the end of the session. You've discovered your kobolds, Grabella, have made a very profitable blood fern ring, but potentially at the cost of angering some nearby orc camp.
that's gonna go poorly at some point.
Azrael's tea
But
party
at least
has
they
gone
finally
well.
started selling the blood fern. It
Yes.
took a while.
Yes, they have finally made a profitable business. Now with the newly reformed Maginox being less predatory and more about collaboration, business is booming and your hoard grows. Azrael's tea party has left you with a sense of finality and completion, as the Ifriti have been impressed with your strength, and they pledge to return their own strength back to the city of Brass. The artificers have a lot to do, as various elemental essences, especially those of the Abishai, will be freed once that Hoard of Resonance is blown. The next session, I'm assuming you are all planning on separating Lucaris and the Abishai. We will continue with that. If you decide to do anything different, just let me know. But for now, that's the end of the session, and I will see you all next week. Sound good?
No.
All right.
Good.
All right, everybody.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Boy.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, chat. That is it for Arctis today. Whoa. A little bit of RP this session, but they have to impress the Ifriti, gain their trust. Thank you for watching. If you want to catch up on our VODs, check out Arctis DD over on YouTube. We are a super small D&D channel, so all of your likes and subs are super appreciated, and it's free. We'll love you forever. I'm Zarina. I'm your DM. Hey. And if you want to watch just shorts and funny moments from the sessions, catch us over on Play Arctis on Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky. I think that's it. But for now, that is all for Arctis. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you all next time.